Welcome back, everybody. This is tutorial number 22 for Intro to Charting in the Behavioral Sciences. In the last couple tutorials, we've been putting together the elements of our shared complex plot with individual subplots. I changed my mind before, and I'm going to take these individual x-axes and I'm going to put the hash marks below. In looking at this example, it gets kind of hard to read those tick marks when it's closer to 0. So I'm going to go and I'm going to select these horizontal axes and I'm going to format the axis. And for the tick marks, instead of being inside, I'm going to click outside. And that'll be a little bit easier to decipher when that line is getting close to 0. So I'm going to do that for each of these axes. Right click on this, format the axis, go to tick marks to outside. I'm going to do that for the final bottom axis. Alright, that's looking better. I think we're at the point where we can start getting rid of these ugly colors, and we could start by going to the attention condition and formatting this data series. So let's start with the baseline. We can go to the paintbrush, or keep going to paintbrush, the paint can. We'll take this line, we'll make that line black like we normally do. We'll drop the width to 1. For the marker, for the attention, we're traditionally a square. So let's change the attention marker to a square. We'll bump up that size to 7. Since it's our baseline, let's fill it with white. And for our border, we'll make that black. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to zoom back out to 100%. So it looks like we're used to. Alright, so next we'll pick the treatment part of the attention series, and then we'll format this. We'll go to the paint can, go to the line, we'll make it solid, we'll make it the color black, we'll drop the width down to 1. For the marker, we're going to set this to be the square. We're going to bump that size to 7. We're going to fill it, but we're going to fill it with the black color this time. And then we're going to change the border of these markers to be black by default. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's save that. Next, we'll go down to the demand and we'll select this baseline series. We'll right click, we'll format it. We'll go to the paint can. We'll take the line, we'll color it black. We'll drop the width to 1. We'll go to the marker. And we'll change the default marker to be the triangle, which is our standard. We'll bump that size up to 7. We'll fill it, but we'll fill it with white, as we're accustomed to doing. And then we'll change the border to black. For our treatment complement to this, we'll right click, we'll format, we'll go to the paint can, we'll take our line, we'll make it black, drop the width to 1, go to the marker, make the marker a triangle, increase the size to 7. We'll fill it, but we'll fill it with black this time. And for the border, we're going to make that black, like we normally do. And for our last series, we'll right click on the tangible. We'll format the data series. We'll take the line, we'll make it black. Drop the width to 1. Take the marker, And for tangible, we're going to use this diamond figure. And then we're going to bump that size to 7. Since it's baseline, we're going to fill this with white. And for the border, we're going to fill that we're going to make that black. And for the last one, we're going to format it. I'm going to take the line, make it black, turn it to 1, go to the marker, specify the marker to be this diamond, bump it to 7, we'll fill it with black this time, and then we'll give it a black border. Right now it's starting to look like more of our traditional charts. The only thing we'd want to do before we go any further is let's name some of these axes. So since it looks like this data would be what traditionally comes out of a functional analysis, let's say it's rate data, so rate of behavior. And then for our x-axis, let's just say session. Because if you look at these data, each of these is based on a specific session. So there's 1, there's 2, 3, and then yada yada yada. We're about ready to draw in our phase lines, and we'll have to do this based on the individual plot. So if we look up here, the phase shifted between 7 and 9. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to select data, and I'm going to draw a phase line in here like we normally do. So phase line 1, and I'm going to put it right in the middle of these. So if this is 7 and 9, I'm just going to say 8, 8. And then for our series y values, 0, 10. 10 should be fine. And that looks good there. I'm going to repeat the same thing for this plot. It looks like it was between 15 and 17. So let's right click, select data. I'm going to add phase line 1 for this subplot. And it was between 15 and 17, so let's do 16, that's in the middle, comma 16, and then y value is 0, 10. And we'll do this for our same last plot. And this is between 23 and 26. So we'll select data, call it phase line 1, and then for our x values, it'll be about 24 and a half. So let's do 24.5, comma 24.5, and then our y values will be 0, 10. Now our phase lines are in there, they look pretty good. We'll just style them really quickly. So we'll format it, we'll go to the fill in line, the paint can, make the line solid, turn it to black, make the width 1, and we'll drop the marker. We'll do the same for our next. We'll format it, go to the paint can, make the line black, turn it to 1, and for the marker, we'll drop it. And then we'll do the same for the last. So we'll format the data series. We'll take the line. We'll make it solid. We'll turn it black. We'll drop it to 1. And then we'll drop off the marker. Now, this plot looks like it's pretty close to done, but there really isn't anything that clearly links these phase changes. So if all of these are baselines, there's really nothing that gives that clear connected line that says this half is baseline and this half is say treatment. So in the next tutorial, what we're going to do is we're going to put together a really easy way to connect these lines in a way that is simple to resize and update, that doesn't involve us drawing individual straight lines that we have to move all over the figure. So until then, stay tuned to the website and subscribe to the channel, and see you next time.